StreamYard, come on, you got to do better. Shit. Okay, you. Sick of StreamYard already. Hey, how you doing, girl? I'm so sick of StreamYard. How you doing? I love you. How the baby doing? How the baby? All right. Um, this is part of You Can't Make This Up series. This is episode 3 in Great Britain. You know, it's full of plenty Satanists and everything else over there. Oh, she sleep? Okay. All right, this gonna be quick because girl, you got a lot of snow there. I haven't left out the house at all today. More than 300 bodies, including babies and children, found in a mass grave in Oldham, in the UK, in Britain. And it made me think about Benjamin Franklin because he was a member of the Hellfire Club. And I remember when he died, they found them babies and them children buried by his house. You can look that up and Google it. And it made me think that since this in Britain, ain't no telling what they've been doing because he was a Satanist as well. And that Jerry Seville, that pedo from Britain too, all them kids he messed with. Girl, there's so much snow here. A mass grave containing more than 300 bodies uh, have been uncovered. The majority of the bodies belong to stillborn babies and children and were found in a 12 by 12-foot grave in Royton Cemetery in Greater Manchester Town. Local council said they were discovered by a woman looking for her twin brothers who died in 1962, with one stillborn and the other one dying within hours of birth. Maggie Hurley said she was told to meet by the grave with a container of big gold letter with the name of the deceased. She has since found another 4 mass graves. Well, come on, StreamYard. Come on, StreamYard. I can't stand StreamYard. It's going in and out. She has since found another 4 graves with hundreds more dead children. One in the Catholic area, another in non-conforming, and one in the church section, leaving the hush. This get on my nerves. Oh my God, remain in unmarked graves across the country. The unnamed looking for brothers told one of them was definitely in the first mass grave, but was not alone. She is still looking for others. I mean, just dump on and cover them all. She was told they were probably tiny by they were in the 1960s. This is the biggest thing I have ever, as a counselor, I've gone through every emotion, anger to hate to absolute devastation. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. There was a glitch in the system as to why the records hadn't been put up online. Hearing about what happened to these people is just horrifying. I went down with 3 sisters yesterday who had to found their brother. They were told by the parents he was buried in a coffin with a nice lady, but he was in a mass grave with 303 bodies. Wow. So they buried people with people in England? Because he said she was told that he was buried with a nice lady. Is that how they do it over there? I'm going to have to look into that. There are no dividers between the boxes. They weren't given coffins. They butted next to each other. That is awful. When that level was filled, there was a piece of wood put over the top of the load of soil ready for the next level, all the way to the top. The last stillborn child that was put in the mass grave was in 1987. That's when my daughter was born. Wow. The sisters, came yesterday to put flowers down. They were absolutely devastated. They said they haven't been able to sleep or process what is happening. She said she had been contacted by countless families looking for their relatives since raising the issue and is asking for com, hmm, commemorative plaques to be put up. In a statement, Miss Hurley, a fellow independent counselor, said parents were denied the fundamental right to bury their babies, a right that should be inherent and unquestionable. This situation should stir our collective sense of fairness and empathy. Further checks found the mass grave contained 303 bodies made up of 146 stillborn babies, 128 babies, and young children, and 29 adults. They said the woman who found the grave was left in tears following discovery and left her feeling a profound sense of loss and injustice. Imagine the shock and disbelief when our resident discovered that her brother shared a mass grave with 303 bodies. They said, adding she needed emotional and practical help to cope with the trauma. They added only 147 names were online and 156 names were missing since we brought this to the attention of the staff at Holinwood Cemetery. This has now been rectified and all the information for Wharton cemeteries up to date. The statement concluded, we cannot change what has happened, but we can ensure that the babies born sleeping are named, recognized, and never forgot. Arlu Shah, leader of Oldham Council, said councillors would consider the suggestion being made with a matter of urgency, adding the grave is not newly discovered. Sadly, the burying of people, including babies and children, in unmarked graves happened in graveyards all around the country years ago. Thankfully, things have changed and improved over the years. The government now pay for funerals of stillborn babies and anyone up to the age of 18 if necessary. Well, that's something they could do in the United States. I didn't know that. The council cemetery staff also works with the funeral director and carry out the express wishes. The hospital and ourselves keep records of the burial, which can be located by families whenever they want. According to stillbirth and neonatal death charity SANS, parents of stillborn babies and those who died in childbirth were not traditionally consulted about funeral arrangements into the meeting age. That is unbelievable. Wow. Before then, parents were not usually interested or not told what happened to their baby's body. Why? And y'all, they let that happen. In many cases, it added stillborn babies were buried in the shared graves with other babies. Some parents who have tried to trace the grave or cremation record of a baby who died some time ago have been successful, the charity says. some parents who have tried. Wow, unbelievable. Oh shoot, unbelievable. Let me go. I put a video. Where's my IG? Oh, I put Donald Trump and them fires in here. I got to do them fire. Oh, I got Big Meech in here. I'm gonna do him next. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna talk about that case too. That was awful.
It's a blessing. Just something. It feels without her ever seeing him, and buried in this unmarked mass grave near Oldham. We didn't know who he was in a resting place. Well, the grave holds 300 bodies, 145 of them stillborn children. Almost 130 are of other children and babies. The adults given so-called paupers burials.
Wow.
Appalling as it is that there are so many babies and children in here, there is a positive side to last with the children. See their babies or be told where they were buried.
Wow.
They were told that they were laid to rest in my grave. The search for the grave was inspired by Gina Jacobs. 2 years ago, she found that her son, still born in 1969, was taken from her and buried. I wanted to see him, but there was no nothing. We couldn't see, we couldn't hold. Our niece has been stolen from us. Campaigners want to see records about the burials computerized to make them more accessible. I think the government says the Law Commission into like Gene to find where lost. Fraser Maud, Sky News, Oldham.
I sure was just kicked right on out. When I looked up, it was black looking for this other video. I think this gonna be it.
Tree was found by a woman looking for her brothers, with one stillborn and the other dying within 5 hours in 1962. The resting place measures just 12 by 12 feet. Councillors Maggie Hurley and Jade Hughes revealed the grim find in a statement. Up until the mid-1980s, stillborn babies and children. Councillors Maggie Hurley and Jade Hughes revealed the grim find in a statement. Up until the mid-1980s, stillborn babies were often taken from families with no consultation from their parents. They would not be found. The grave was left in tears following the discovery, and it left her feeling a profound sense of loss and injustice. She needed emotional and practical. The grave is not the only one of its kind in Royton Cemetery, with another 3 of a similar size. Of the 303 bodies found, they added there were only 147, and they say this has been addressed.
Wow. Okay, this is the last one. Wait. Did it disappear? Yep, just it. This is the last one. Let's see how long this is.
In a shocking revelation that has left many in disbelief, a mass grave containing over 300 bodies has been discovered in Oldham, Manchester. The unmarked burial site was uncovered by a local woman on a personal quest to find her twin brothers, who were born in 1962 but tragically died shortly after birth. Her search, driven by the need to find closure, led to the horrifying discovery of the mass grave. The discovery is particularly poignant given the tragic context. The woman's twin brothers, one stillborn and the other surviving only a few hours, were never laid to rest in a manner that allowed their parents a proper farewell as family, but also exposes a wider, more disturbing pattern of how stillborn babies were handled in the past. For decades, on babies and infants who died shortly after birth with little to no input from the grieving parents. Many were misled into believing their children were buried alongside nice people, when in reality, they were often interred in mass graves. This practice reflecting a broader systemic failure that denied parents the dignity of proper case from 2022.
Wow.
Cases relating to the past burial practices, where parents were often left without knowledge of their children's final resting places. Local councillors Maggie Hurley and Jade Hughes have expressed their deep sorrow over the discovery. They describe this as a stark injustice and emphasized empathy and fairness. The statement will honor the children buried in these mass graves and urge for improvement in helping prevent such injustices in the future. In response to this harrowing, Oldham Council is considering establishing a memorial to recognize the burial run and support affected families. The Council has past inadequacies and is working to update and digitize
This don't make no sense. I was kicked out before. I'm gonna let this finish, and I think I'm getting out of here.
And addressing past the tease response Friday will hopefully be
Like, share, subscribe. Let me get out of here.